Hello guys, the universe's greatest bounty hunter has been hired to capture Superman. Will he be able to do it? Let's find out. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. The story begins during a test of the spaceship that brought Superman to Earth. Dr. Hamilton at Star Labs managed to repair the spaceship and Superman is conducting the tests. Once finished, he's very grateful and told the scientists they did a great job. Dr. Hamilton said he did all of this because Superman deserved a reward. After all, he always saves planet Earth, and beyond that, Dr. Hamilton's dream has always been meeting other civilizations. He believes they must be very advanced. And meanwhile, the universe's greatest bounty hunter is somewhere in the same galaxy. He was meeting with other aliens who are also bounty hunters. His name is Lobo, and he's searching for one of these aliens because he was hired to capture him. Lobo managed to capture his target with extreme ease. Now he's going to take him away and collect the reward, but the alien's brother appeared to rescue him. The alien says that if someone has to receive a reward for his brother, it should be someone from his own family. Because of this, a battle immediately began. The little alien thought he would escape, but he was knocked down before he could do anything. Lobo defeated all those aliens and then summoned his flying motorcycle to escape with a bounty target. As he left the planet, the bounty hunter was being watched by another alien. That alien used his ship's technology to capture the bounty hunter himself. Inside, this alien introduced himself as the Preserver and said he had a job for the greatest bounty hunter in the universe. He wanted to hire his services, but Lobo said he was already working and needed to finish his last contract before accepting a new one. However, that alien had captured the target of the current contract and said he would release him after Lobo finished the contract he was going to propose. The alien said he was the greatest collector of rare creatures in the universe and collected all the beings that were the last ones of their species. Many years ago, when the planet Krypton was destroyed, everyone thought the Kryptonians had gone extinct, but this collector found the last one of them. He's living on a planet known as Planet Earth, and Lobo says that this last Kryptonian looks like a wimp.
Looks like a first-class wimp to me.
But the alien says it's actually the opposite. He's very powerful. Still, Lobo refuses the contract and demands him to return the captured alien. But at that moment, the Preserver showed him a huge treasure and said that if Lobo accepts the contract, all that treasure will be his payment. The bounty hunter didn't even think twice. He went directly to Earth, and at the police station, he asked where he could find Superman. The police officer said that Superman cannot be found by anyone. He only shows up when there are problems in the city. Meanwhile, we see Clark Kent working at the Daily Planet, and suddenly he heard sounds of gunfire. Superman immediately went to the city's police station to see what was going on. Lobo was inside, firing shots to try and get Superman's attention. When the superhero appeared, Lobo hit him with a precise shot that knocked him out of the skies. Superman recovered quickly and stormed to the place. Lobo was building a bomb to destroy the superhero, but Superman deactivates it. The bounty hunter said he was waiting for the superhero and then hit him with a punch to the chin. Superman recovered quickly and began attacking the bounty hunter. The fight between the two of them is impressive. One of the officers tried to help Superman using a smoke grenade. It actually worked. Lobo fell unconscious, but he was only deceiving Superman to later hit him with another blow. After that, Superman also attacked and the fight resumed. Lobo used his flying motorcycle, but Superman went after him. During this chase, the two of them went straight through the building where Lex Luthor's company is located. The man was in shock. Lobo fired a missile against Superman, but the superhero dodged it, and when he realized the missile would destroy many people, Superman hurried to change its trajectory and save innocent people. The explosion, however, hit Superman, who fell to the ground. Lobo came to say that he had never seen anyone rush to be destroyed by a missile just to save other people. Superman says that he did it because everyone there is human, but Lobo said that from now on, they'll have to learn how to live without their babysitter. He will take Superman away. He was hired to do so, and the bounty hunter always keeps his word. But before he can attack, we see that Lois Lane came to help Superman. Lobo liked her very much and is willing to take her away from planet Earth to become one of his girlfriends. The woman tried to attack him with a slap, but Lobo enjoyed it and asked her to attack him again. Only this time it was Superman who attacked. Lobo went flying and went through Lex's building again. Superman flew after him, but Lobo was not yet defeated. He managed to attack Superman with his flying motorcycle and then fled planet Earth. Superman used his own spaceship to go after him. The Man of Steel needs to defeat him before he returns to Earth, but we see that Lobo himself found Superman before being found. The two began a fight using their spaceships, but Superman had to leave his ship to follow the bounty hunter. The two continued fighting, and while they were distracted, the Preserver approached and defeated Superman with a shot. When the superhero woke up, he was wearing different clothes and was also trapped inside the Preserver's ship. The alien introduced himself as a collector of rare endangered species and said that Superman would now stay on his ship forever. The superhero tried to escape, but he couldn't break the glass. That's because the alien created a copy of Krypton's red sun, and this light cancels superpowers that Superman gains when he receives lights from a yellow sun. There really won't be any way to escape. Lobo appeared to tell Superman that he will return to planet Earth to take Lois Lane away with him. The bounty hunter then wanted to leave, but the Preserver told him that he needs another being for his collection. That being is Lobo himself. After all, he's the last one of his kind. The bounty hunter killed all the inhabitants of his home planet, and the Preserver then used gases to knock him unconscious. Meanwhile, the alien who hired Lobo to capture the other bounty hunter was very angry and decided to take revenge. After all, Lobo broke his promise. He then hired 3 other bounty hunters to capture Lobo, and the leader of them is the little alien's brother. Meanwhile, we see that the Preserver returns Superman's uniform, but won't let him leave the ship. Superman says he's not an animal to be kept in a cage, and the Collector says that he usually doesn't capture any sentient beings, but Superman and Lobo are extremely rare cases. The bounty hunter himself seems to be getting used to his new habitat, and we see that at that moment, Lobo was waking up and had 2 women inside his cage to do whatever he wanted. The bounty hunter didn't remember being captured, and when he discovered he was trapped in a cage, he became extremely angry. He tried to break free from the glass, but the 2 women held him back. In fact, they are robots and use the gas to knock the bounty hunter out of commission. He won't be able to escape, and meanwhile, Superman saw another creature trapped in the same place and had an idea. The superhero used a piece of crystal to reflect the red sunlight into the creature's eyes. That alien got so angry that it attacked Superman's cage and broke the glass. Now Superman can escape. He still has some of his strength, but it's not his full power. Before he could escape, the bounty hunter shouted his name. He begged for help, but Superman said that if there's a creature that deserves to be imprisoned in that place, that creature is Lobo himself. The bounty hunter insisted he needed to escape the place, but Superman wouldn't do it because if he freed him, he would attack the Earth. Since he wouldn't be freed, the bounty hunter said that even if it took him 100 years, he would escape, and when he did it, he would go to planet Earth and destroy all human beings. Hearing those words, Superman made up his mind. He returned and offered a deal. If he frees the bounty hunter, the alien has to promise to never return to Earth. The bounty hunter accepted the deal, and Superman then broke his cage. Lobo was able to destroy the robots who were using gases to keep him prisoner. After that, the 2 of them were intercepted by several drones sent by the Preserver. They still couldn't counterattack because they weren't at full strength. Lobo and Superman hid, but the bounty hunter threw Superman to serve as bait for the drones. And then the bounty hunter himself went to destroy those drones from behind. Superman also helped him, and after that, the 2 continued running. They went to a kind of forest, and the bounty hunter showed Superman the direction where he can find his ship. The bounty hunter himself would stay as he planned to take revenge on the Preserver. We then see that the alien decided to trap the 2 of them. They fell into a place where there was a gigantic sand monster. Superman was knocked down, and the monster was about to devour him, but before that happened, Superman reminded the bounty hunter that he owed him a favor. Lobo then stood up and removed all the skin from the monster's body. The creature felt so much pain that he hid under the sand. Superman then escaped from there with a bounty hunter, and at that moment, those other hunters contacted the Preserver. They said they wanted to attack Lobo, and meanwhile Meanwhile, that little alien was under the care of the robots. Lobo came to capture him. Before they could escape, the other bounty hunters appeared to capture them. Lobo and Superman started running. They dodged all the shots and hid behind some rocks. Unfortunately, they are still very weak, and if they try to fight, they will end up being destroyed. Superman used his X-ray vision and saw where the bounty hunters were going and found something else. Superman had an idea. He sent Lobo where the ships were, while Superman himself would distract the hunters. Superman managed to take down one of them and then opened the door to one of the cages. The hunters managed to hit him and thought that Superman was trying to free one of the Preserver's creatures to devour them. Because of that, they decided to throw Superman inside the cage to be devoured. But as soon as they threw him in, the creature that came out from behind a bush revealed itself to actually be a creature from planet Earth. That was the last Dodo. What really matters for Superman is that inside that environment there is a copy of a yellow sun. The light of that sun restored Superman's true strength and he easily defeated all the bounty hunters. While that was happening, Lobo found the ships, but the Preserver appeared to stop him from escaping. The alien then revealed its true form. He is a huge monster and knocked down the bounty hunter with extreme ease. Lobo tried to attack it, but his attacks had no effect, and at that moment Superman arrived. He struck the monster from behind, then was knocked down and threw a ship at the alien. Right after that, Superman was knocked down once again, but he still kept on fighting. Seeing this, Lobo had an idea. He grabbed a chain from his motorcycle and managed to attach it to the mechanism that controlled the doors of that place. These doors began to open. Lobo held onto the chain while the Preserver was being sucked out. Now he will be forever lost in the vacuum of space. After that, we see that Lobo went on vacation. The alien who hired him first was very pleased. After all, Lobo returned with the target. And because the other bounty hunters couldn't finish their bounty, that alien decided to punish them. They will work there until they pay their debt. The alien then asked Lobo where Superman was, and the bounty hunter explained that Superman had done something different than he would have done. The superhero was at that moment arriving at his fortress on planet Earth, and we see that he rescued all those creatures and placed them to live in his own fortress. These creatures no longer have anywhere to go, and many years later, Superman will be controlled by one of these creatures. See you next time!